My name's Alicia Hemple. I'm a mother, a wife of a veteran, and I'm a special education teacher. This past summer, I became pregnant with what would have been our second child. We are excited to have a new addition to our family, and at one of my appointments, my doctor talked to me about having a screening where I would have an ultrasound and that my baby would be screened for chromosome disorders. The screening was optional and not typically covered by insurances, but I checked my insurance anyway, just so I could have a peek at my baby. After the ultrasound, I was told my baby showed signs of a chromosome disorder. I went for a second opinion and additional testing and had a CVS, which analyzes the baby's chromosomes. And this test confirmed that I had a baby girl or was having a baby girl, and that she had trisomy 18. Trisomy 18 is a chromosome defect that is life-threatening. It's associated with severe intellectual disabilities, as well as abnormalities of many body parts. 50% of these babies don't make it to be full term. Of those babies that do make it, only 10% live to see their first birthday. My baby already showed fluid throughout her body and major organs, with suggesting she was incompatible with life. Considering these circumstances, in addition to how this would already affect my 2-year-old daughter, my husband had been laid off for most of 2010. We have no family members that live within a 130-mile radius to help us with a baby in this condition. We decided that ending the pregnancy was the best decision for our family. Had I not had that optional screening, I probably wouldn't have found out my baby's condition until my 20-week checkup. With this proposed bill, I would not be allowed to save my baby from the pain that she would have endured for hours, maybe days, and possibly even months until she died. I now belong to a support group of women who've terminated for medical reasons. There are numbers of women that are in this group that I belong to that found out their baby had fatal diagnosis after 20 weeks or later. The founder of this group, Christy Brooks, put together a book called Our Heartbreaking Choices. It contains women who had much wanted pregnancies and needed to interrupt their pregnancies. In this book alone, there's 15 stories of women who had to terminate after 20 weeks for fatal diagnosis. I urge you to please read this book and these stories before making any kind of decision that would affect future families in my position. Thank you.
Thank you for your testimony. Members, any questions to the testifier? Representative Loeffler.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and Ms. Hemple. I just want to say thank you so much for sharing what must be a really difficult story to tell. And it's easier, I think, to testify when you're taking a position based on a philosophy or a faith position than it is to tell a very personal, difficult part of your own life. And so I just want to commend you for your courage and thank your support group for being there for you.
Thank you.
Representative Barrett.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And I want to thank you as well, Ms. Hemple. I know you've mentioned you don't do this, and you came in and told us your story, and you really brought up such an important subject to think about. And I'm not even going to begin to talk about the term you use, but trisomy
18.
Yeah, yeah. It's an area I think a lot of us don't even know about, really. I mean, unless it happens to you.
Because these babies don't live, that's why.
Well, and regarding that, I had the opportunity to go to an event last year, and it's an organization called Prenatal Partners for Life. And they're a large organization that helps women and children in this condition. Had the good fortune of hearing former Senator Rick Santorum talk about his personal story of a child he had with that exact or similar condition. Mm-hmm. And he did open my eyes to the fact that a lot of these children are born and they do live a life past infancy, and they are happy kids, and they provide joy and love and support, and they're part of a family. And you obviously made the choice you did. I would like to inform everyone who isn't aware of this, check out Prenatal Partners for Life, because they have a wonderful organization that helps families in your situation understand this issue that a lot of people don't understand. These babies are viable, they are important, they are God's child. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your testimony.